It's cold. It's windy. It's mostly sunny, but because it's cold and windy, we have the opportunity for some snow. That happened last night. Between midnight and 1 in the morning, it was a pretty good snow squall in the Lehigh Valley. Created a dusting, stuck to the roads, obviously, because it's cold as fuck outside. But cleared out. Up north of the Poconos, north into the Poconos, particularly north of I-80, you'll be seeing snow showers or snow squalls today as these winds carry snow from the Great Lakes and then across New York State down into lower New York State, across the Pennsylvania border up into northern PA. That'll happen off and on today. Not a whole lot, but we could get some blinding snow squalls in places today. And again, as far south as the Poconos, some might sneak into the Lehigh Valley, but I doubt that. It could happen, though. So if you see a flurry in the Lehigh Valley today, don't freak out. Highs today, maybe not getting out of the teens for most of us. The Lehigh Valley might hit 20. But for the most part, we're stuck in the teens today. Tonight's overnight lows in the low teens for the Lehigh Valley. Some of you might see single digits again. It's just going to be cold. It's going to be brutal. Tomorrow we warm up, though. Tomorrow we get up into the mid-30s for the valley. I think most people get at freezing or slightly above. Though those colder places that tend to be colder will probably get very close to freezing, but may not hit freezing completely. And then Thursday, break out the shorts and the muscle shirts. It's going to be 40 in the Lehigh Valley, but don't get used to it. We're basically going to go up 10 or 15 degrees tomorrow from today's high. Then we go up another 5 or so degrees on Thursday from tomorrow's high. Again, 40, maybe the low 40s for the Lehigh Valley, upper 30s for the rest of you. And then we drop down below freezing each night, by the way. Again, tonight, low teens, maybe single digits. We get to the low 20s tonight, and we get to the low 20s tomorrow night. And where the cop just circled me like a shark, like he literally circled me. And then as we get Friday, Saturday, we start cooling off again. We'll get to that. We'll talk about Friday tomorrow. We'll talk about Saturday on Thursday. But all this hype about the snow, stop asking me about the snow. Stop talking about the snow. There's no snowstorm coming Friday. There's no snowstorm coming Saturday. Maybe snow Sunday, but that's going to be very complex, and I'm pretty sure it stays way to the south of us. I told you yesterday that if you message me asking me about snow, if I don't know your name, I'm probably not going to answer you. And every time you do message me about snow coming that you saw somewhere else, it annoys the fuck out of me. But there's a few people who I will answer, and one of those people is Rhonda Kern. Rhonda Kern lives in North Carolina, and apparently the real weather folks down there are hyping a big snowstorm for this weekend. So I ran some data, looked at some things, and frankly, the same thing they're talking about for Sunday in North Carolina, I think, is the same thing whoever the fuck it is, talking about the snowstorm for here on Sunday. Let's go to the radar, and I'll explain to you, A, why it's way too fucking soon to talk about it for us, and B, why Rhonda Kern might see snow in North Carolina on Sunday. We continuously have been talking about this La Nina effect, the cold water along the equator, shooting energy up north into the Gulf of Alaska. That energy forms in the Gulf of Alaska and then gets pushed into the Pacific Northwest in British Columbia, Canada, travels along the jet stream, blah, blah, blah. We've done this 1,000 times already. The jet stream right now is dipping very, very deep, very, very deep into the south, areas that typically don't see as cold a temperatures as they're experiencing right now. The system that you're looking at right now over the Pacific Northwest, that moisture, those greens and those light blues and those whites, that right there is what is going to cause whatever it causes on Sunday. It will track along the jet stream. It'll go east from the Pacific Northwest, come ashore, go across the Cascades, go across the Rockies, come into Montana, and then make a beeline for the south as it follows the jet stream deep into the south. It'll track the jet stream around Montana, go south into the lower Mississippi Valley, shoot east, make a line towards the Carolina coast. And as it does that, it could produce some snow, maybe some heavy snow, definitely accumulating snow for the North Carolina, Virginia, that area. As far as we are concerned, we are probably, as I look at it now, way too north for that to be a major snowstorm for us. In fact, it looks like if it causes anything for us, it may be snow showers, maybe very, very, very light snow at best, and that would be for our southern regions. The Poconos and North likely not to see a thing from this, but we're way too far out to be talking about it. Way too far out. We have the opportunity that if the system, as it goes to the coast, the tracking of it, again, makes the big difference here. But as things are set up right now, assuming the jet stream stays where it is and the atmosphere stays how it is, that system, as it moves off the Carolina coast, moves off the Carolina coast and does not move sufficiently north enough, soon enough, to give us anything more than maybe a flurry or maybe a very, very, very light dusting of snow. And again, that's south of the valley. So calm the fuck down. It's not to say that it couldn't move a little further to the north and bring us some snow. It absolutely could. Is it going to bring us a major storm? I would say 90% right now. No. Could it? Sure, it could. But we need to follow tracking. So, but all these people that are talking about a big snow for Friday, Saturday, just shut up. Shut up. We're not going to see any snow other than the flurries that I talked about because it's cold and windy before maybe Sunday. And right now, that looks like maybe flurries, possibly a snow shower at best for us, and more to the south than to the north, just like the storm before last, where it dumped on the South Jersey coast and in Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, and actually wreaked havoc down there. It's a very similar looking system, and it could do the exact same thing. In fact, it might even be more snow for those areas in Virginia and the Carolinas, Tennessee as well, and Kentucky for that matter. So that's that. Just calm the fuck down. If you want me to hype up the storm, I'm not going to. So you can go to the other weather pages and they can hype the shit out of it. These people talking for like 20 and 30 inches of snow for our area Friday, Saturday. They're just out of their fucking minds. In fact, they should have their domains taken from the websites. They should never be allowed on the internet again. That's that. So Ron and Kern, yeah, you'll see snow Sunday. I think it'll be a measurable snow. Could it be a major snow? Quite frankly, when it snows in North Carolina, you get an inch of snow. That's a major snow for North Carolina. They have no way to handle it. So you get 3, 4, 5, 6 inches of snow in North Carolina. You might as well just shut down and hibernate for the winter because it's not going anywhere and you're not going anywhere. That's the weather. Around upper teens, near 20 today. We get down to the teens, maybe some single digits for those outlying areas tonight. Softball is open. Yesterday, I posted caps. Renderings of what the caps will look like for the uniforms. Registered players will get that cap as well as a custom jersey for each team. You'll pick the number you want. You'll pick the name you want for the back of the jersey. That'll go on there. And you will have a matching cap and jersey for the team you're playing for. The proceeds, of course, going to the charity that your team is playing for. If you want to register, there's a link on our page. A couple posts ago. Go look for the pictures of the ball caps. And somewhere in that post is a link. Click that link. It'll take you to registration. It's $50 for the play. It's $50. 40 of that is covering your uniform and cap, and the other $10 goes to your charity. The bulk of your charity money, or the money your charity gets, is coming from the team's sponsor. So whoever is sponsoring your team, they're actually paying the bulk of the contribution to the charity. So Snowscapes is sponsoring the Lumberjacks. Their sponsorship money, every single cent goes to the charity of the Lumberjacks. Snowscapes is a longtime sponsor of a lot of our things. Salami Customs, another one. Salami Customs is sponsoring the Snow Bombers. So every cent of Salami Customs Snow Bombers sponsorship goes to their charity. Blended Bakery, ironically, sponsoring the Lehighton Bakers. So every cent from Blended Bakery will go to the Bakers charity. And there's other charities as well. Chrisman Photography is sponsoring the primary field, the main field, which is Chrisman Photography Field, because they paid the sponsorship to name the field after them. That will be the field that is on National Racing Network, streamed the tournament, streamed live, assuming weather cooperates. So Chrisman Photography Field, every cent of Chrisman Photography sponsorship goes to the prize pool for the winning teams. Got it? That's how it works. There's lots of other sponsorships available too. Balls, if you want to buy the official balls of the softball tournament, your logo goes on a ball. Every single player gets a ball, and balls will be available for sale, not to mention balls being used during the tournament. So everyone will see your logo on those balls for years and years to come as they take them home for souvenirs. Or some kid knocks it through the neighbor's window. They'll see your logo. Maybe you're a glass company. Maybe that's a good thing. It's like free advertising. But if you'd like to sponsor the balls, message us. The playoff rounds, by the way, the opening round, semifinal, quarterfinal, and championship game are all available for sponsorship as well. They're not a lot of money, and every cent goes to charity, every single cent. So if you would like to do that, let us know. Snydersville Raceway is sponsoring the umpires. The umpires, I've decided last night, are going to get ball caps too. Why the fuck not? You're an umpire. You should have ball cap. So the umpires will get a ball cap and a matching T-shirt with the umpire logo design thingy on it. The shirts say umpire on front and back, and the ball cap has the umpire logo on it. You can see it if you go look at the post of the caps for the tournament that I posted last night. In there, again, you will find the link for registration. Umpires are free. You don't have to pay anything for an umpire, and you get a ball cap and a T-shirt. And you're like, wow, umpires get a free ball cap and a free T-shirt? How is that possible? Well, because Snydersville Raceway is sponsoring them, and because umpires were not allowed to, brace yourselves, umpires, you're not allowed to drink during the tournament. FYI. If you're umpiring, there will be no drinking. Okay? Walt Sharpley is the lead umpire, and there are some others that have signed up to be umpires as well. I would like to have at least 3 other umpires, so if you'd like to be an umpire, maybe you're fat and out of shape and don't want to play or can't play, come on down, be an umpire. You don't have to be like a rules expert. The rules are very simple, and we'll post the rules. They really aren't changing from the typical baseball rules and from the rules that we had last year for the tournament, which is basically no sliding, no collisions, and rule number 1 being the biggest rule: just don't be a dick. That's that. But before all the softball happens, we have the Operation Butters on Thursday. That's 2 days from now in Palmerton at the Palmerton Borough Hall. 6:30 p.m. We meet outside. The meeting starts at 7. We are going to try. We're going to try to get the Palmerton Borough Council to put a plaque on a park bench in memory of Butters the squirrel. Now, if you're a fan of our page, I don't need to go into details here. You know what Butters the squirrel is, who Butters the squirrel was. If you don't know, go look on our page, look for a squirrel. This story is there for you. Now, I will tell you this. I reached out to Self Promotion Designs, who's a great company owned by Tim, who's in a similar-ish line of work that I am. I've known Tim for a very long time because of our lines of work. Really good dude. Started a little Self Promotion Designs. He does personalization of T-shirts and mugs and all sorts of things. So I contacted him. This is them, Self Promotion Designs. There's the website, selfpromotiondesigns.com. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on Instagram. And Tim also started his own clothing line, SPD19, SPD19.com. So go to SPD19.com. You'll see all the stuff that they do. I reached out to Tim last week. I was like, look, man, I'm going to go to Palmerton Borough Council next Thursday and ask them to put a plaque on a park bench for the Butters, the squirrel. You think you get me a plaque done? Sure, I get you a plaque done. Listen, he knocked this thing out of the fucking park, and in no time at all. Like just a couple of days, it was done. I thought I was getting a plastic plaque. I thought the plaque he was sending me was plastic. So I went to pick it up yesterday. It is not plastic, my friends. It's brass. That is the plaque. It's a fucking brass plaque. Butters a squirrel. But Tim wasn't done. Self Promotion Designs wasn't done. SPD 19 wasn't done. They made fucking t-shirts. They made t-shirts. Can you see Butters on there with the American flag? On the right sleeve. Let's see, what sleeve did he put it on? He put it on the right, the correct sleeve, the left sleeve. The Blue Cock Nation flag. And then on the right sleeve, and why the fuck not, he put his SPD 19 logo on the right sleeve. I don't know if it says anything on the back. Does it say anything on the back? It does not. So support Butters shirts. We support Butters shirts. Will be available. I don't know how many I have. 16, I think, of various sizes. If you show up on Thursday at 6:30 at Palmboro Hall, and you put the shirt, I'll give you a shirt free. You can wear it as we go inside to make our plea for the plaque for Butters the Squirrel on a park bench. Show up on Thursday. If I have your size, you got a T-shirt. This is the plaque. Oh, so hard to do this. In loving memory of Butters the Squirrel, with a little squirrel image there holding an acorn. Courtesy of SPD 19. And I will tell you this as well. I tried to pay him yesterday for it. He wouldn't take a cent from me. So SPD 19 and Self Promotion Designs. There's the website. Selfpromotiondesigns.com, SPD19.com. You can also find them on Facebook and Instagram. Tim is a solid dude, does fantastic fucking work, by the way. You've seen his work before if you played in the softball tournament or sponsored the tournaments or kickball tournament. You got that slate plaque, the engraved one. That's from Self Promotion Designs. Tim did all that, Tim and his wife. Good people, really decent people. And again, I went to pay him yesterday. He would not take a cent from me. He's behind the cause to get Butters a plaque on a park bench. And it's super thin. This takes away one of the concerns that the Borough Council had back in 2019. The reason they denied the plaque originally when Ed Condor tried to get it. Ed is the guy who befriended Butters, or Butters befriended him. And there's videos, Ed and Butters on Instagram. You'll see videos of them interacting and pictures, and it's quite endearing, actually. It's probably the most endearing thing you'll ever find on DeWeather. But if you go there, you'll see him interacting with Butters. You'll fall in love with Butters, and you'll want Butters to have a plaque too. But in 2019, the Borough Council denied the plaque for a multitude of reasons, and I have a list now rebuffing all of those reasons that they denied it. And I'm going to stand firm. I'm going to be, here's why this is bullshit. Here's why this is bullshit. Here's why this is bullshit. Here's what we did to fix it. Here's what we did to fix it. Here's what we did to fix it. Voila. And it's actually a really nice fucking plaque. Really, really nice. I thought it was plastic. It is not plastic, my friends. It is brass. Brass plaque to go with my brass balls. All right. I know I went there with that. I think that's it. Mr. Graham, are you there? I don't
Why,
think he is.
yes, I am, sir.
No, there he is. Is there anything I'm missing? We covered Butters. We covered softball. We covered the weather.
I don't think so.
Caps and jerseys for the softball tournament. If you're not playing, but you like the cap or you like the jersey, they're available for sale for non-players as well. You can buy either the jersey or the cap or both. We'll make a post of that hopefully today or so, maybe tomorrow. Also, the club. I've been working on the club, which is actually a bigger pain in the ass than I anticipated it being. But keep an eye out for the club. Maybe not today. Probably maybe tomorrow. Maybe as soon as tomorrow.
The
For
other
the
one
club.
that we started discussing yesterday was DeWeather Motorsports coming in 2022.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do with that.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, so we've talked about that in the past. We want to sponsor a couple lower level racing. Bizzle, you've all seen Bizzle. You've seen the Bizzle sticker. I have one here somewhere. We're going to sponsor a go-kart that races at Snydersville Raceway, and we're going to sponsor a slingshot car that races at Snydersville Raceway. Well, we're going to try to anyway, and we'll see how that works out. And then they'll be racing with a DeWeather car in a couple series at Snydersville Raceway. So that could be fun. And then when they sit down with Alex at Snydersville and talk about something else too, maybe we'll sponsor a points race. I don't know. We'll see what we want to do, but try and get the word out for the weather. Try and grow the weather a little bit. And the folks that like those sorts of racing and go to Snydersville are really our core fan base. So why the fuck not? It'll be fun if nothing else.
Good excuse to drink, except they don't allow beer at Snydersville. But
Yeah. Anything else?
I don't think so.
This would be a good time to remind everyone we have a Discord. Granted, we have not used it recently, but we need to because that's going to be one of the benefits of the club. And also, even for those who don't join the club, it's a good way for you to get a little insight in the background. It's a way to interact with us off the air.
We
And
actually
the
we
YouTube.
did use the Discord a couple of days ago.
Okay.
That's how all of the cock spotter pictures came in.
Oh, got you.
We have
Got you. So there you go,
a
folks.
in the DeWeather Discord server. We do have a weathery as fuck channel for
Let's post
storm
the
observations and storm chat and all that kind of stuff.
go ahead and post a link to that if you can to the Discord. Also, we have two Facebook channels. Not Facebook channels, YouTube channels. One is one we've had for a while. It has some content on it, mostly the view stuff. And then we have a YouTube channel just for live stuff. I couldn't fucking tell you what that is because I tried to find it last night, and it looks like shit. There's no artwork on it. There's no profile picture. There's no channel picture. Nothing. It's just a couple of YSLs. But apparently, if you watch the YSL via the YouTube, we can see your comments and get them on air. But the quality is better. There's no lag. There's no freezing. There's no dropouts of the video. So if you have YouTube, you can go ahead and watch our live YouTube instead of watching it on Facebook. Plus, if you have a smart TV and you have the YouTube app on your TV, you can actually watch it on your TV. I don't know why you don't want to see this blown up in like 60 inches, but you can if you want to. But the video quality is much, much better. And we'll see if we can find a link for that and post that again as well.
Yeah, the
Other
difference
than that,
basically is Facebook limits us to 720p, which is very solid early to mid 2000s technology, and YouTube lets us broadcast in 1080p, which is what you watch everything in on television right now.
there you
Hit 1,000 subs,
go.
and we can put Peter's face on the TV in 4K.
Oof, nobody wants that.
No.
We can go ahead and I will try. I'm really busy today, but I will try and get some stuff up for some links. We need to really push softball. If you're thinking about playing softball, sign up now. We need to get the orders in so our uniform order doesn't get caught with all the little league and college and league uniform orders that are going to slow the order down. So we need to get our orders in quickly so we can get our uniforms back quickly and have them in time for the tournament. If you're going to play, please play. It's $50. I did say that Salami Customs was going to pay for a player who couldn't afford to play if they wanted to play. So if you can't afford the $50, Salami Customs will pay $50 registration fee for you to play. But I would imagine that Mr. Sonati, owner of Salami Customs, would insist you play for the Snow Bombers, the team he's sponsoring. Other than that, I guess that's it. I'm really trying to get the club done. I'm trying to get that done today, but again, it's just a bigger pain in the ass than I ever thought it would be. We posted. Well, we did not post the disaster team T-shirt. Who said that? Tom Hosgood. Your idea yesterday of making a disaster team T-shirt was a great idea. I designed it last night, and I'll try and get that post up later today too, so you can see what it looks like. So we can have a couple stock, maybe a half dozen or so stock designs. If you see it, you like it, you want it, you can just go ahead and order it. You don't have to wait for us to do a big Coxswag order pickup event. You can just order it and it'll get shipped out to you. That's going to be one of them, the disaster team T-shirt. Other than that, I think we're done. 20, around 20 today. Some of you are stuck in the teens. We get very low tonight, down into the lower teens. Some of you in the single digits. But it's dry. It's dry for the foreseeable future, with the exception that it's cold as fuck and it's windy. Whenever it's cold as fucking windy, it could snow. Keep that in mind. As far as snow Friday and Saturday, if you see a meteorologist say that, call him a fucking moron. If you see him in person, just punch him in the face. But don't do that. You'll get in trouble. On Facebook, I'm just kidding. But insult him. Insult his intelligence. Insult his manhood. If it's a female, I don't know what you do, and they'll get in trouble for saying anything. So don't do anything to the females. And then Sunday, we'll keep an eye on Sunday. But good Lord, right now, don't even consider even breaking out a snow shovel. Unless you're in the Carolinas, Tennessee, Kentucky, or that area. Yeah, you're going to need a snow. We're going to need way more than a snow shovel. All right. Love you all, ladies. Love you a little bit more. See you tomorrow morning at 9:30 for What You Expect Live. Bye-bye.